You gonna go on? Thank you! Thank you, thank you! Thank you, everyone! Yay! Okay, I'm why am I like this? What's happening? What's wrong with me? Alright. No one's on here yet, so nobody's gonna hear me talking to myself. Hold on. Now time to do some fucking audio. Audio editing. Okay, is my microphone all the way up? Yes, yes, yes. I'm from Liverpool. Okay, alright, that's all fine. I'm good. Good. I am the danger. I am the one who knocks. Alright, okay, no one's here. Good. No one's on the chat. No one can hear me talking to myself. Okay, oh shoot, somebody joined! Ah! I can't talk to myself anymore! Fuck! Alright. I am just sending links out to places. If the person who just joined is Phantom, I must send out links. I'm sorry. Okay, is there an announcements chant? No, there is not. Okay, there we go. Ba 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 da da da. Okay, I'm normal. I'm good. We're fine. I'm in normal. Oh yeah. No. Hello everyone. Hello. I wasn't just talking to myself. No. Why would you accuse me of such a thing? Why would you accuse me of such a thing that's preposterous? Oh, I would never talk to myself on stream. Hello. Well, no, I can't sing. I can't sing. I only scream like a goat, like a normal goat. Like a normal goat would. Okay, hello everyone. I see everyone's having a good day. Okay, shit. Guys, everybody get that goat! Everybody get that goat. That goat is a singer. Goats aren't allowed to sing. Go back to the petting zoo. Okay, a very casual normal goat. A goat who does normal things. Like voice act and do art with my goat hands. I also talk to myself a lot. I'm just embarrassed. I'm just a little bit embarrassed of talking to myself because hold on. I love it when the stream lags. You will look into his eyes and you will like it. Alright, I need to find my media encoder. Not my media encoder, my media player so I can actually play music. But I think I might have accidentally, like, put music that wasn't from my music library in here. Yeah, I see it. I see String Theocracy and Overlook by hello, Will! He's got very, very golden eyes. Give me a moment to make a playlist to basically, I should have done this earlier in the stream. I feel like this always happens. Uh, but, six, no, that is not the correct. That's not a good thing. Okay, imagine a world that's Buttercup by, freaking, that is Overlook by Shogakusei. I don't think adding that to my, stream playlist is a good decision, because I might get it might get striked. We don't want to get copyright stricken, not in this economy. I'm sorry that I'm talking weird, by the way. This is what happens when I have to hear my own voice speaking. Anyways, how is everybody doing? While I'm doing this, let's have a little bit of a conversation. How is everyone liking the story so far? Because I am interested in what people think. You could even say that I'm a little bit obsessed with it. That's Miku. I can't add that. I'm sorry that you have to stare at Meth uncomfortably looking at you. It should. It should kill you. I made it specifically to be a deadly lethal weapon. Can everybody hear my fan in the background? That's what I want to know also. Okay, did I add surveillance or did I add Garden of Delights? Oh yeah, I added surveillance. He's winning. He doesn't have to blink, so it's like, would you ever like win a like staring contest with him? He's not even human. Bye, sweet glass. Okay, I keep on forgetting what I'm doing. That's good. That means my gate's fine, because I do have a fan running in the background for background noise. The Garden of Delights. Show me that fair in your beautiful gaze, those stormy. I mean, goats can't sing. Yeah, he doesn't need to blink. He's not technically human. He doesn't technically have a... This is not going to be, like, actually talked about in the story, so I think it's fine to mention. But he doesn't have flesh. I mean, he does have flesh, but it's more like a membrane over his actual form. I can win a competition against him. It's called Respecting Woman. Show me the fair in your beautiful gaze, those stormy eyes. It flex me just as deserved. I think him having a membrane over his body is 10 times worse than the fact that he doesn't need to blink. Because that presumes that there's something underneath the membrane. He's a star, so you can kind of guess what it is, but it's still terrifying to think about. Like, okay, for reference, the thing that is underneath his skin is rock. It is rock. It is a type of rock. he can technically have the, you know how the, I have to check the, because I thought I saw on the blacklist, something. That is not the search function. No. Okay, no, it's not on the blacklist. You know how the, gems in Steven Universe function? He's kind of like that. He projects himself how he wants to project himself, which is part of the reason why I chose to portray him as a Greek Adonis, because he chooses to look like that. He chooses to present himself with perfection in mind. The only thing he probably doesn't get to choose is the color of his hair. And that's it. And the color, the only thing he does not get to choose is the color of his hair and the color of his blood. That's it. Everything else, I really think it's funny. I'm gonna talk about something. I think it's very funny that he chose to present himself as a 6'5", pale ass British dude. It really says a lot about him. It says a lot about how he views the world. I hate his voice. His voice makes me the skin crawl. Makes me the skin crawl. Very, very, very aptly put. Did I almost call my Tobias? Very aptly put, Theo. Yeah. Definitely like that. He's very much like Foss and the Alloy. He very much has the effect of having the. Is there a way I can just fucking add all of these? Because at this point, like, I would. God damn it! I could have done this the whole fucking time. I've been adding everything one by one and just sitting here yammering. I'm glad I'm being at least entertaining enough that y'all are sticking around. I love my favorite song. Ah. No, we're not adding asbestos-free breeze. My favorite song, Ag and 332. Why do I name things like this? Wooden Boy. We're not adding Wish Upon a Star. Vampire Tendency Girl. Untitled Star 1. No, we're not adding 2 coffee cups. I love songs that suddenly get associated with trauma. Ooh, Sweet Tooth. I never finished that song. Maybe I will bring it back. It doesn't fit her anymore. Wait, no. They went under the gender ceramophysis. They went under the transgender. The genderification. Gender. Okay, play all. On shuffle. Please don't blow up my eye. Oh, thank God. Okay, hello everyone. I finally have music playing. That means I can finally draw. He does have geology. That is very much actually what he is. He is just rock. He is just made out of rock. I will give you a cookie if you can guess what type of rock he is made out of. Zooms in on the gold. All right. If I remember correctly, what I was shading was his skin. Imagine he was made out of marble. That would be really fucking funny. No, he's not made out of marble. He's made out of gold. Yes, he is made out of a gold thing that is made out of substance. Okay. Here's his skin. Fuck! No! His skin! Alright. I need to, like, make him another theme. I do have a theme for him. It's just, it's... Can everybody hear the music, by the way? Hold on. No, no one can hear the music. Okay. I turned it on and I was like, oh, yes! This is the music that I want to play! What? And it just did not play. That is not... Where is my music? Here it is. How well... Just played out of nowhere. Vertigo jump scare. Yeah, I got it. I got it now. Apparently I didn't even have it playing. Okay, can I talk about something real quick? OBS makes me upset sometimes because I have to manually constantly refresh my music to reset it. Every single time I open it, it's just like, hey, you're not playing music right now, and I'm like, yes I am. Oh wait, I don't think I posted this in my server. Yeah, OBS is a little bit... It's a little bit janky. I will be honest. Did I post it? No, I did not. All I see is survey. Come get stream. That is not how you spell stream. All right. So, what does everybody like about the story so far? I mainly want to talk about like how it's doing. Like if there's anything you guys like, if there's anything I should change. I know the audio quality is a little bit shoddy sometimes. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to mix things properly. I've never done a podcast before. I have only done music. I don't think I need to like change. I think what's really interesting about it is that it's an entirely new medium for me. I planned on it, like, you know, I would intermittently release music to go with it. But the thing is, I realized that there's like way too much effort that goes into putting out videos, especially music videos, regularly. And keeping myself on a schedule is very, very, very difficult. Yes, absolutely, Yen. I feel like that's why last stream I was streaming, I had to insist that the family is just dysfunctional all around. I feel like this certain episode, I guess, shows just how dysfunctional the family is. That it's like it's a multifaceted thing. where literally every single person in the family is experiencing some level of dysfunction. And it's not even... So, there's actually a theory that every family has some level of dysfunction because you can't put multiple people in the same area and not have some things go wrong. The problem is that at the point that this dysfunction becomes harmful, it needs to be worked on, and that's the thing. That's the thing with the story. A lot of the characters would be able to function if they had been, I mean, quite frankly, in a proper raising environment. Yeah, absolutely. That is the perfect way to describe them. That is their normal. That is how they believe everything should be, and that's how they want... I wouldn't say they want it to be that way, but they have no idea how to not be that way. Because they were never taught. The thing is, Michaela and Key have very different ways of dealing with this, and Michaela and Key, you'll see. Every single character in this story, save for Mephisto, has some form of trauma. And that's something I think is very important in this story, to like have the mindset that it is about trauma and it is about getting like to a point of, yeah. Key also has complicated issues with family. Meph is the trauma. I mean, he is. Bye, Will! I've just been shading his skin for like literally an hour. It's barely even been 20 minutes. Alright. Let's see. Should this be a white rose? No, it should not. Oh. Do you ever just realize music goes a lot harder later in your life? Meph does have trauma, it's just not trauma in the way that you think it is. Also, it's important to think of him as less of an abuser and more of a representation of all the trauma and all the abuse. He is a concept and not a person. To describe him in a word is, he is the catalyst. He is the creation. He is creation gone wrong. And that's important to realize when you're trying to like decipher him as a character, to not humanize him, because he is not meant to represent a human. He's meant to represent a concept. Oh shit. He does a lot of other things to other characters that make it very clear that he is basically the representation of what causes their trauma. Like, there's a book, I think it's a book thief. The representation of death is within the book. New Meph is very different from old Meph. I actually would say that old Meph is a lot more similar to Okay. I turned him into molecular gas. Meth is meth. Meth is Mephistopheles to a character who hasn't been introduced yet. Meth is also another concept of just abuse in general, because I had to rewrite the story to fit more family dynamics and also just relationship dynamics in general. Phoebus kind of like his issues kind of amalgamated in Lucian. Old Meth was very much an abuser. He was meant to represent an abuser. Hence the reason why he was humanized. Because abuse does come from a place of hurt, unfortunately. Tobias is just Tobias. He doesn't really have any basis in anything. I just kind of made him because he fit. Okay. To basically explain, because I've had to explain this before. The reason this happened was because I wanted to basically do an all-encompassing story about abuse. And unfortunately, with the older stories, a lot of the stories were based off of solely romantic domestic abuse. That held the story back a lot. Since Meth was the main instigator of most of the, issues, I had to split him up so he could actually properly fit the story. Hence the reason why he is in different dynamics. Don't worry, Mephisto's still a stalker. He's just not... He's just not a stalker in the way that you think he is. Yeah, I feel like they restrict the story a lot less. And I feel like Meth is a lot scarier, in my opinion. Like, the old Meth was just kind of pathetic and cringe. That's part of my language. This Meth makes me want to, like, grab a crucifix and run. He makes me want to, like, explode just in general. Just explode. I'm so excited for Tobias. I think he is genuinely terrifying, and I'm actually a little bit scared that I managed to write him so well. There is a certain scariness to me suddenly switching into the Meth voice, and oh shit, fuck. Okay. It still talks about romantic dynamics, because Al is he sure does exist. That man sure does exist in the story. Although his stuff, actually it is very much tied to romance. Not Garden of Delights. Oh! Garden of Delights. Oh god. I love foreshadowing an entire part of the story via one music video. Like, I bet I could switch into the Meth voice right now and creep everybody out, but... Yeah. Changing. Dance infinitely. Stop holding that rose, sir. Get that away from you. I'll explode you. I feel like the reason why meth is effective is that he has a certain way of wording things where he's he's constantly trying to diminish what he's saying. And if you ever have anything to bring up to him that's like genuinely serious, he's like, oh, you mean that little trifle? I wouldn't worry too much about it, dear. Like shit like that, which is just, I hate him. I hate him. He makes my blood boil in the most horrible, horrible way. I would explode him without, like, you know, a second thought. I have, like, a picture of him, like, hunting a, like, bodying him. I have a picture of him, like, you know, what is the word? Hunting a minion into the sky. Briefly, I was like in the car with my ex-fiance and we were talking, and I mentioned that I would be very scared if Illumination somehow got the rights to divine rights. So I basically rattled off, like, what they would do. To myself. He wasn't really particularly engaging. But, but essentially my thought was, you know, they would, you know, the boom boom clap. Like, I feel like, no. No. You know what they would fucking play during the fucking Loey trailer? They would play Come Sail Away. They would play fucking Come Sail Away. They would do that. And they would not know. They would not know. They would play some, like, kind of, like, you know, I don't know, epic version of Come Sail Away while they're, like, out on the fucking ship. I know it in my heart. Hello, Alpheus. I love the fact that Al is the Faust now. Oh my lord, how can we dispel? Divinity to ever hurt me. Return straight to the past. But I think my second favorite character in the series so far that has been introduced is Lucian. I know that he hasn't like shown much merit so far, but I think personally as the writer his payoff is really good. I feel like the message he tells is very good, even if he does all the wrong things. I think he should stop. Yeah, Lotion. I love Lotion. Lotion is the guy ever. Man, he sure is doing his best, but he's also simultaneously doing his worst. I just need him to sit for a bit. I need him to sit down and, like, think for a moment, maybe. Should I do this? Should I put gold on it? Would you kill me? Get away from that flower! But, Lotion. Truly the most character. Lotion makes me want to lovingly grab his shoulders and shake. Why are we just calling him Lotion? I wish I wasn't having, like, random bursts of anxiety. I don't want to be Grant. Lotion, I mean, yeah. Lotion is the lotion ever. I think we should all give him a hug and also tell him to stop. My dear boy. My dear boy Lotion. Oh, Lotion boy. What is wrong with you? What happened to you in your childhood to make you like this? I know what the answer is, but please fucking stop! No, I'm fine. I can do this. I know it sounds like I'm saying this for reasons that I can't do this, but I just ran about bits of anxiety. I think he really needs to go to therapy. I wish there was therapy back then. Get my boy therapy. I think Michaela would be a good therapist, low-key. What? Why did the... Hello? Why did Cross My Heart end? I'm fine. If I start bringing the person up, please hit me with hammers. Whoopee! I think people should have therapy. I think therapy is a very important what is the word? Resource in this society that is based off of anxiety. Yippee, make it that, you know, fuck. It's a certain dogma to be. Put into my facade. I feel like healthy coping mechanisms are... I almost said healthy coping mechanisms are underrated. But honestly, people should realize now that coping mechanisms should not make you hurt, or should not make you hurt other people. Hence the reason why certain mechanisms are unhealthy versus healthy. You don't have to. You need to cover my songs. Hindsight is 2020 for music. There we go. Illusion Chapel. Honestly, I feel like the character with the most character... Actually, I'm really not sure about it. Because, like, I feel like everybody in the cast has very distinctive characters, but in a cadence, like, voice acting way, I feel like Meth has the most character out of all of them. Like, he's very easy to pick up and go with. Like, you could ask me to say something, and I would probably be able to do it. All has been defaced. Drink down this poison. Take the closest. I think, unironically, in Loey, Meth might be my favorite character in terms of, like, personality, like, in terms of, like, writing them. He's awful, but also fun to write. And Key. You know what? Key is also really fucking fun to write. Key makes my heart soar. I feel like his whimsy just kind of, like, rubs off on me, and I'm like, haha, hee hee. Although he's really hard to read the voice lines of. I always end up, like, stuttering. Key is my boy. Key, I get why okay. This is rich. This is rich. I'm saying this. It's rich that I'm saying this because I am the author, and I do have the power. I do have the decisions. But I get why. I get why Camellia doesn't trust him. She does make a good point that, you know, it's really suspicious that he's just come out of nowhere, and I get why she says that. But also Key. He's just a little guy. Just a little guy. Hey, I'm just a little guy. He unironically seems like his favorite character in Deltarune. This is completely off topic, would be Rouse. I think he would identify with Rouse a lot. This, I mean, like, Michaela moment. Michaela, as per usual, speaking a lot of sense all the time. Feel yourself slipping, slipping. My reach out. I actually feel like this song is a little bit more akin to what Meph acts like now. Man, if this ever gets big, I would make a makeshift with Key. Like, a Key plushie would be so great. Al would also be good. But I think Key would be the guy to go for. That or Tobias, but I don't really think he would be a very fun plushie. Betraying me. Sorry. But yeah, where'd you go? Looking for your to and fro. Looking for your to and fro. Come back. You're so desperate. I think the only thing that would be really hard to like make is the fact that his the door that he has on his stomach. I am really happy with the way that Key's powers work, by the way. It's not really properly explained in the story, but he's borrowing. But that doesn't mean he's like borrowing the items, it means he's borrowing the power. He's siphoning it off of Tobias. Which means they're connected. Which is, like, you know, probably the reason why he went dormant. Because they weren't near each other anymore. But also, like, I think that's just so fucking interesting. Oh, that's really cute, actually. Oh. If you had like a literal, if you had a little, like, you know, yeah, you could just like open it up. Or you know what? It's like what you could do is that it's like a little compartment, like a little zipper. That would be really cute. I hate him. Sorry, I look at him and I feel visceral rage. Oh shit, I'm not having access to his reference art. Goats! Sorry, I just saw the picture of thank you, Fanta. But there's a that slams close. And the brothers hot and froze, saying words I don't know. So pick a god and pray, pray baby pray. You'll pay, you'll pay, will make you. I can't sing this song. Sure meant what I said. But I meant. I really want makeshift plushies. I don't have the proper amount of renown needed for makeshift, but if I did, I would be on that shit. I would be on it. all missing. Ever compare? Up in the lovers, hiding the rose. Man, the fact that this guy decides to choose to, like, you know, represent himself as a hawk is making me lose it. It's either that or a falcon. Like, it's both. It's mainly birds of prey, which, you know, says a lot about him. You'll say sorry, babe, it's much too late. I'll make you see it my way. It does mess me up. Oh, yippee. I love her. I love her too. She's my fave. She's the blorb. She's the unapologetic Scrumplo. Sorry. You might not like it, but it's true. I need to... There's certain parts of his outfit that I just need to up the contrast of. I love his gloves. Silly, stupid gloves that are anachronic as shit. No one wore fingerless gloves, but this bitch. This dramatic bitch. I hate him. I hate him. If we lived in a society where fingerless gloves existed in the Victorian era, it would be very different. I am also talking about your girl. I was talking about your girl, and I love her. If my brain could stop doing that, that would be appreciated. If I suddenly get really quiet, I'm really sorry. I have my brain. And my brain has me. We have each other. Not in a good way. Oh, yes! If Will were here, I think Will could explain why we chose that. Will was actually the one who suggested it. I wanted it to be full-fingered gloves, but he was like, well, if you think about it, having fingerless gloves would show just how much contact he has with humans. And I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Because, like, we wanted to, like, show that he was dishonest, that he was a manipulator. And one of the ways we wanted to do that was by having him have a very dichotomous outfit with the blacks and the whites. Mainly white. Like, he's like some sort of, like, you know, ethereal businessman. But we specifically wanted his gloves to be black and white, and a few other parts of his, like, outfit be like, you know. Hold on, yeah, there's like a few parts of him, but overall he's mainly light colors. Because he still wants to represent himself as being, like, you know... Fuck. He still wants to... You know, I didn't like this song, but it wasn't because I didn't like it. I think I should have released this song, but there was somebody in my life that just really didn't like it. But honestly, it goes kind of hard. There are a few issues with this song, like I was making it in a rush. I feel like it has the makings of a really good song. Man, we love a girl who goes the healthy route. You tell him. Girl. I think I should remake this song. Sorry. Maybe I should make it two different characters singing. You know, this song unironically kind of fits, like, a part of Divine Rights. It is a good song. Sorry, I'm sorry. There was okay, so when I was making this song, I was really rushed. I didn't focus on the tuning as much, which it was hard to get through, especially when somebody in my life was constantly calling it bad. And it was hard. So I just kind of rushed. I didn't really focus on it that much. I was tired. All things considered, that song was very much a representation on what was going on in my life at the time. Unfortunately, there was no actual end goal to the, you know, figuring out in the song what I truly wanted. But, well, well, you know, sometimes we just look back on things when we're like, oh, that's what that was about. I think that's part of the reason why being an artist is so interesting. You can chronicle your life, essentially. You can see where you were when you made certain things and why you made it. At the time when I was making Khaki, I was in a very rough spot. A lot of my stuff that I had dealt with in the past was being thrown back into my face, and I didn't really know why. So I decided I wanted to remake an old song series of mine, which I did end up, like, you know, actually remaking the songs for. On a cold daddy. Sorry. And it's nice to look back on because, like, I'm the type that just makes things. I don't really think to myself. The only thing that I really think for is art. And for music, I just kind of zone out. Right now, that doesn't really happen anymore. But back then, I was, like, constantly zoning out when I made music, and then I would listen to it afterwards, not really remembering why I made the choices that I did, especially with lyrics. So when I listen to songs, I'm like, oh, that's what that means. I don't know what it is. It could be ADHD, it could be a ton of different things, but what matters is that processing via art is always healthy, I feel like. Unless if you're using it to lambast yourself or inadvertently hinder your progress. Like, there's ways you can do that. For example, if you make a story, like, that is theoretically about your trauma, and make the end point of the goal that nothing can be changed and nothing can be done, and like everybody is bad, everything is bad all the time, with no end goal of healing, it can tend to bring down your mental state. I think you should do it. I think you should do it, fan. It's unironically really good. But essentially, I mean, the opposite is also true. If you have a story to tell that you want to tell, but you don't do it because of fear, but you need to tell the story, that's also gonna get in the way of your progress. I think there's just, like, a lot that goes into making art. One of the things about art I feel is it's one of the only acceptable ways to talk about trauma in a public setting. That's something that I noticed as a creator. It is unironically very fulfilling. Although I would say that it's kind of difficult when you are a Vocaloid producer, because of obvious reasons. But always you have to figure out, like, oh, yet another song that's a fucking vibe check. What was I saying? Oh yeah. When you make music and post it online, you always have to make sure you're in a secure place. If you're not in an, like, obviously, sometimes, you know, you're gonna post it anyways, but it's ideal that you're in a secure place. Because people will say things. They will either put you on a pedestal or idealize or, you know, lambast you for simply existing. And that's unfortunately the way of life. Also the way of wife. You know, I wish I had a wife. I think my life would be a lot better with a wife. This is a joke. Brooke, marry me IRL. When you're not in a secure place, those kind of comments can get to you. Whether or not they are treating you as subhuman or overhuman or deifying you, it gets you. Yeah, like they do. There's also like, what I've noticed is that for smaller bases, when you have a smaller user base, it's very easy to, because you have to network sometimes. It's very easy to communicate with people that might not be the best for you to communicate with. I'm not saying that only Vocaloid producers deal with it. It's just one of the examples of why it's a lot easier for Vocaloid producers to have this happen. Because it's just... it's easier for fans to get in contact. It's not like you can... I mean, VTubers also struggle with this. Because you're directly interacting with them. And often-wise you need to, because Vocaloid producing is unfortunately a little bit personality-based. You have to write songs that people directly relate to. And also be a good musician. That's also a thing. But more it's about the, like, kind of idea of, like, you know, somebody listens to this and it kind of gets stuck in their head because, you know, they hear the lyrics and they're like, bro, I don't know, this is literally me for real. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just more a fact of life for me and other people. By the way, this is not a criticism. This is just me stating how it is. This can be a good thing and a bad thing as long as you curate your audience respectfully and also well. I feel like these streams always end up ending up like this. Like somehow I'm getting into like very philosophical shit and everybody's like, yes you go, Theo the Goat. And I'm like, hey yo, I think that Vocaloid producer should vote. And then everybody is like, yeah, that goat is talking sense. To be fair, I have a lot to say. I'm a very talkative goat. I tend to say a lot. Am I done with my playlist? The goat is speaking facts. Let the goat speak.
Despite the fact I'm a 2D character, I'm very real.
Speak my truth. Yeah, I can't let my truth be Theodorment. Let's go, don't get to the world. That I adore you. No, never mind, I adore you. Hey, Vespa ship. welcome. I have a question. Are you new to me as a channel, or did you just like click on the stream and be like, ooh, pretty art? Do you know who I am? Yippee! Oh my god, Meth, I hate him. I hate Meth. It's right. Why don't you shut your... Why am I singing in major key? What? This song is not in major key. Oh. Woo! Welcome! No, he's made out of, he's like a statue underneath. He is like a moving set. You know those statue men? He looks like that. If you removed his membrane, you would just see rock. Like, very malleable rock. He's like an alloy. That's what the blood he has is. Oh god, wait, no, I just realized if you remove his skin, he's just fluid underneath. That's horrible, and I don't like that. Horrible imagery. We really did. Oh, I didn't know you were making a funny. Anyways, Vesper ship. If you just kind of saw the stream and are kind of confused on where you are, just a little explanation if you're still here and didn't get scared away by my meth rant. I am a Vocaloid producer. I also make a story. It's called Divine Rights. It is in the form of an audio drama, which is available on my channel. And this character I am drawing right now is Mephistopheles. This is not Mephistopheles. Mephisto. He is, I mean, quite obviously, he's quite obviously a villain, but he is just a guy. He's just a god. I hate him. We all hate him. But all the information is available on my community tab as well if you want to look at that later. And there is a playlist with all the different audio dramas and the musical stuff on it. I need so give you what I need is your touch. This is a very small fandom. Everybody is kind of rabid about it, though. I have not met a single person who isn't in this fandom and doesn't like the characters a little bit too much. Yeah, it's really good. I hope. I worked on it for like 4 years, so I hope it's really good. 3 years, technically. 4 years? You know what? Who cares? It's been a really long time. me up too much. I'm not that good. It needs a little bit more polish. I keep on saying it, but after it's all finished, I'm gonna hire an actual editor. I think this story deserves to be told, so, like, and also it's a really good story, so I have been... I can't say that. I am quite committed to this story. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, Mr. Mephisto. We got to do the rest of your... I'm so excited for Tobias to show up again. I love him. I love him. I love Tobias. He's great. I think he deserves hot cocoa. And a hug. And a kiss on the cheek. He has been through way too much. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Fragile. Oh no. Tell your phone I'm gonna attack it. Hold on. Wait, is this the full video? No, it's not. What the fuck? Devils in the detail jump scare. Why is it doing that? Fragile. The song ever. Tobias is... Sorry, I'm normal. God, in a year, there's another character. I fucking love him. I love him, and I hate him. He's great. Although, it's probably gonna take a lot longer than a year, because, I have to actually write it. But... Divine Rights is set to end in October. About. Like... The midpoint of the story is in June. And the end point is in October. So... Then, most likely, I'm gonna start in October again, maybe October 31st, because that is the birthday of the, like, character I'm talking about. But, Legacy of Emerald took me about 6 months to write? Probably less. 5 months. It took 5 months to write. It is 40K, so considering how long the story that I'm talking about is, I will probably take, like, another, like, you know, 7. Sorry, I love doing math and estimates. God, y'all aren't ready for ignition. Y'all aren't ready. You know what? No, you're not ready for God's Bane. You're not ready for the song God's Bane. That's what you're not ready for. I love Pride Month. Nothing came out of that, by the way. I think it was because I wasn't updating the comic. But the fact that he was submitted was so fucking funny to me. Okay, yes, there are some viewer discretion warnings for the series. It is, just to put it out there, the story is technically a fantasy / psychological horror genre. So like it's technically psychological thriller. So there are some themes in it, and by saying themes, I mean there are a lot. The first story, Loey, is the themes tackle familial abuse, domestic abuse, trauma, PTSD in specific, and the effects of abuse, as well as hinting to it hints to SI and other things within the story. So it has a lot of heavy topics. A lot of them are symbolism. None of them are directly mentioned. Some of them are directly shown, for example, the emotional abuse. But as far as everything else goes, it is mainly symbolism and the tackling of the subjects in a more of a respectful manner. If you can't handle those subjects, I would honestly avoid it. I would avoid the series, unless if you're in a good mental state. I wrote the series to help people going through it who are in the mind space that they can be, what is it? They can process it. So I don't insist anybody read it or watch it. There are some certain scenes that also make me tear up, and that is me as a survivor of those things. So yeah, definitely viewers discretion advised. It's rated M for a reason. There is also light scenes of blood in Loey. It gets worse. But yeah. Sorry about, like, you know, laying the trauma on you, Vesper. All right. Thank you for asking. It does have the themes, unfortunately. Go. Might be almost done with him. God, this is the worst god that exists on Earth. I mean, not Earth, on Holodor. He's the only god that exists on Holodor, but I hate him. explosion sound effects. This god deserves to be put in bottom storage. For reference, that is a trope. You know what they put Hannibal Lecter in like a box. No, I have a worse fate for him planned. Don't worry. Me so trapped in the familiar eyes. Oh shoot. Never hurt you, darling. A lot of honestly, Catty unironically was probably the best point of my music. And then now we're in the comeback. I feel like I'm making very different songs now, though. Like, sometimes I still make metal, like fucking Garden of the Lights, but mainly I'm just experimenting. Like, for example, I guess I can play this song. I can play this song. It's okay. We can be a little bit silly. We can be a little bit silly and maybe, you know, fucking, what is it? Teaser. I'm gonna wait until this is done so you can listen to the rest of it. Yeah. I think I'm focusing more on the story than, you know, how the music fits my brand, I feel like. For do. What's that noise? Ba-ding! If I remember correctly, this was supposed to be stained glass. Alright. It's yummy. I don't want to listen to that. Also, sorry for the weird mixing. I'm on a new computer, so mixing is a little bit weirder. Yeah, it's called Perennial Daughter. Good. Bye, Vesper! Oh, don't replay it, please. Guess who it was written for? I bet you can't guess. I wanted her song to sound really epic compared to Lucian's song, which is just the thematic equivalent of a panic attack. Oh fuck. Nope. Get out of. I know I mentioned you, Lucian. Don't jump scare me like that. Al sounds like he's like always having like, you know, for you is just now his and so then rhyme. Man, it's a red flag when somebody like, you know, accuses you of wanting to be with someone when you're not even interested in them. Luckily, Alphaeus isn't like that. You clearly haven't heard God's Bane. You know what For You is like the mental collapse song of ever. So, you know what, fair. Counting down the months you left me to die. Ah! Drag you, no! It is the Lucian song. Fuck! Let me drat! Just like I can, boy. I mean, that he would do that too. Man, this song is weirdly relevant. Like, unironically to his story right now, it is weirdly relevant. This song was foreshadowing. Don't look at me like that, Mephisto. You don't know what you're doing.
Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! It's broken glass. He's also got a halo.
You better fight God. I think people deserve to. I think we deserve to rattle him around a bit. I mean, he is very much JoJo. Unfortunately, he is built like a JoJo. Oh wait, I was supposed to play. I got so distracted by Showman Maritsu remix that, like, you know, fucking I forgot to play Godspeed. Give me a moment.
There we go.
I wonder what that's a leitmotif of. I say, zooming in on Meph. Sorry, this song is fucking groovy. Nothing but a joke. A groovy song for a groovy guy. And then you hear the lyrics.
Struck by the sea, it lets me turning these months to lean now in a dream as I can see I'll find my calling in perfect blood with mystic flood cause assuredly you'll make me sing further down in my one mind need to be godly deadly vices to tarnish me you're perfectly caged and
don't have it uploaded yet.
Tell me how to feel.
It's on SoundCloud. So in my life. It is on the tell me how to feel because I feel dead. God. Phantom. Am I okay to play Faithful Feast? Am I okay to play Faithful Feast? Can I play Faithful Feast? Please? I don't think anybody's gonna understand lyrics. Okay. Okay. Where are you, Faithful Feast? Oh, okay. Goodbye. Funny that I'm drawing him. Seconds more. Bright smile, and with that see and realize through this great altruist. Let me save this. No, it's not out yet. Okay, the lyrics end here. I got so disgusted writing the lyrics I couldn't continue. That's also way too spoilery. God. If I uploaded it right now, it would just be major spoilers. Cause this song isn't supposed to show up until expiration, which is the last, you know. Actually, no, I think it's ROF. Ring of Frost. Just the... Yeah. I have the instrumental. Hold on. This is like Garden of Delights on... This is like Garden of Delights if Meth was just significantly less flowery about his awfulness. Alright, this is done. Is there anything else I need to get finished? The worst thing about it is my contact kept on, like, cutting out. So you'll notice, like, moments where it's just like, why is it doing that? This is the opposite of Garden of Delights, by the way. It goes... The Garden of Delights is do 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 do. The opposite. Oh. You know what? I could. Okay. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing something again, and I'm using, because the composition is a little bit complicated. I had to use 3D models. So no, the 3D models. I know there's no shame in it, but I know, like, everybody's like, I'm such a good artist, and I'm like... Okay, not to get, like, too much into it, but my back and my body have been hurting so much. Okay, the music's done. Can't wait. When I said that next chapter is gonna be a fucking doozy, I mean it. I think my favorite thing about Maze of Regress, not Maze of Egress, Jesus Christ, Regress, is the fact that, I mean, it it does regress the story. I mean, it doesn't regress the story, it regresses the characters. It shows just how... It puts a spotlight on just how dysfunctional the family is, and the point of the next chapter is to call to home just why it's bad, and just how it hurts everybody. Just how it hurts everybody in the scenario. And why both Camellia and Lucian are technically in the wrong here. Even if Lucian is taking it out a little bit more externally while Camellia is internalizing it, that doesn't mean she isn't causing harm. And his problems are very much internalized to the point where he externalizes. Both of them have that issue, except both of them take it out in different ways. Camellia has to be the perfect sister and the perfect daughter and the perfect everything, whereas Lucian, as you probably can tell, is obsessed with his imperfections. And he views himself as always imperfect. So they're not really that different, but they're also very different in how they dealt with it. Lucian, as I said in the intro video into, like, describing why he was the way he is very much trying to be a perfect person and worried that he's never, ever, ever going to measure up. Whereas Camellia is confident, I would say. But the thing is, she's so confident that she believes she's just, she can do everything herself. And that she needs to take care of everyone herself. Whereas Lucian just wants somebody to take care of him and love him. Because he feels imperfect. He feels like he needs to be fixed. I love dysfunctional families, don't you? Don't you guys love dysfunctional families? I feel like this episode really showed just what's wrong with Camellia. Like, she seems like she's all got it put together, and then she loses her brother for one moment and fucking flips shit. It's always when I'm not watching him that something happens, is the line that sticks out to me. And why she's so afraid to give him space. Wow, I love dysfunctional families! Gotta be one of my favorite narrative techniques. Okay, technically they're in Britain, and I don't think they would have Venetian masks. But I think the Venetian masks fit. Especially considering Italiano. I love how none of these models are changed, so it just looks like he's just being danced around by a bunch of beautiful men. This is the gay nightmare. But yeah. I think how I portrayed their, like, them as siblings is probably the thing that I am most proud of in the story. I feel like their sibling relationship is very realistic. It's realistic for the scenario that they're both in my opinion. This is how, even if the situations themselves are not realistic, like, imagine, this is like the same thing as being born to the king, but you were born to the king's concubine, and your sister was born to the queen. That's how it feels. That's how it feels like in the olden days. And I can't say that, it's spoilers. I can't mention why exactly it's so fucked up. Basically, his affair partner was Marigold's best friend. I know that was mentioned. Yeah, that's literally what they have going on, except the king in this case is not actually the king, he's actually fucking God. Lucian's problem is that he has a ton of expectations. That's another thing I want to point out. He expects a lot of himself, and a lot of people expect things of him. Whether they know they're expecting things of him or not. He's never really truly actually allowed to be himself. So, in order to rebel, he's just himself all the time. That's something I noticed about him. He has interests that are considered odd. Like, for example, making model ships, collecting knickknacks. And that's how he copes. Collecting things that are small makes him feel less small. And this is something that isn't mentioned, because it's more of an implied thing. And being on a ship makes him feel like he actually has freedom for once. Not to mention his associations with the ocean. Which is a freeing... Water is a freeing element. It's a very fluid, and it can mesh to anything. It can turn solid. It's fluid. It can change. However, he is stuck in a scenario where he can't change and is stuck. Because if you think about it, the ocean, the tides can only change due to the moon. It can fit any surface, but the thing is, it is landlocked to one surface because it is too big. Not to mention that it's filled with, you know, salt. And saline, which is toxic. So I like Lucian a lot, okay? I think he's a really good, like, character. I'm really proud of him. I'm glad I made him. Making him was like a spur of a moment decision, but I feel like Loey would not be the same without him. I would not say he's the heart of Loey. He is, but even then, I feel like every single character is able to have their own set of intrigue to them. I feel like the only character that doesn't seem to have that at first is Michaela, but even then it's like, what the fuck is up with her, you know? actually really I'm really interested in what everybody thinks is going on with Michaela, because I know I made it clear that something was up. Yes, he is autism. I agree with you. To be honest, a lot of characters in this story are autism. You better not say! Oh my god, it's been 2 minutes. I mean, 2 minutes, 2 hours. I did not realize it's been this long. I might actually have to go soon. Your boy needs to go grab something. So, thank you everyone for watching. I am so happy you all came to my stream. It made me very happy. We had a lot of views today. So, goodbye everyone. Goodbye everyone. Have a good day. I'm happy for you looking at my series and being interested in my silly little guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone. Bye 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 bye.